You said Josiah, right?
Yes, sir.
Josiah is my captain, bringing me right back up to the trail. Won't even get wet. That's pretty cool. Talking with Josiah, the captain, young guy. He also, him and his buddies, does the, what do you call it? Taking care of the nuisance gators around there, and basically right about the area he let me out. Excuse me. He had just shot a gator, had to take it out. About 10 feet long, took up pretty much the whole section of the boat where I was sitting. Took 3 shots, and he said that normally they just relocate them, but they cannot relocate them if they're over 5 feet. 10 feet's pretty big, pretty big gator, I'm just saying. And this next section I'm in is definitely a lot more around water and swampy as I'm going more towards the coast. And as you can see, it's just swampy everywhere. All kinds of gator there in the river where they crossed me over. But nice kid, got on from the dock, got right off. He pulled me right up onto the land, so didn't have to. They don't charge you for it at all. Just tipped him out, of course. But yeah, could definitely tell. We're gonna do some more swampy area now. All right, continuing on. Had a nice black and blue cheeseburger there, and some sweet tea and some water. Told the waitress, just keep those coming. Keep those drinks a coming. Keep me hydrated. And I got about 9 miles to go to my camp tonight. Killed some time there. And now it's about 1:30, so I'll still get to camp probably 4:30 or 5, unless there's a road I cross up here that goes to a lighthouse. So unless I can find someone to hitch with to take me to the end of that road. Then I will most likely just get to camp 4:30 or 5, like I said, unless I could get a ride down to that lighthouse, because it's 5 or 6 miles down that road. So I don't really want to add 10 miles onto my day just to see the lighthouse. All right, gonna keep my eyes open. We're definitely in some more murky, swampy area here. Woohoo! Got dark, swampy water on this side and dark, swampy water on that side. Keeping my eyes open right now. I do not need to be stepping on any water moccasins. My backpack rubbed across that and I thought something was underneath my feet. Swamp right there. And right there. It's just so dry. There's been other areas that are really wet. And most areas though are just real dry like this. Wonder how dry it gets before the rainy season comes. Maybe the swamp is not existent for a little short, because they're not supposed to get rain here for like the next 10 days. That could change, obviously. As well know, weather doesn't always read what the report is. It just does what it does. This is so beautiful though. We're gonna definitely get to some areas up here that have more water. I'm looking forward to that. So I just came up out of there onto that little road looking thing up here. Right here is Port Leon campsite, not where I'm staying tonight. Down here is a side trail. You can see the blue blaze over here to Port Leon. I'm gonna go down there. It looks really grassy, so I don't know if it gets out of hand or not. But I'm gonna go check it out. Looks like it's maybe a half a mile down here, but I got time. Port Leon is actually the terminus of the first railroad in Florida, or Tallahassee. It's like 1838 or something it was built. And where the boat took me across, the railroad used to come across there as well, and then would come down here to Port Leon. So a little bit of history. Thought I'd check it out. Really nice amount of water and open area there, so it might be a pretty beautiful thing. I almost stepped on a moccasin. It got out of the way quick though. It wasn't aggressive. It just darted out and then just stood on the side of the trail looking at me. But he was in the shadows, and I'm looking at all times because they're a darker color, so they're going to blend in with the shadow sometimes, especially when you're in an area with really narrow and marsh and branches and leaves and everything on both sides. So I was blessed there. And then there was that other snake that I showed you in the puddle. That was just a little tiny puddle in that little roadbed, and he was just laying in there sticking his head up, and every time I moved he would dart and put his head underneath a leaf or something. It's kind of funny. Like, he won't see me because I can't see him. It's kind of cute. Of course, I don't think that happened on the video. I think he just stayed there in that one spot. It was before and after that. Nice little marshy area. All right, let's see what this Port Leon's all about. Nice. Port Leon. The road that never ends. Still have another mile or two, I think, before it turns. Right there is the St. Mark's Visitor Center. That is 0.9 down a side trail. I'm gonna look one more time when I get to that intersection just to see if they're still open. Not that I want to go to the visitor center, but they will have potable water there, or good water. I still will need to filter it because it might come from a hose or the bathrooms or something, but from what I've seen, it's not available. You can't get to it if they're closed. So I think they're open till 5, but I'm gonna find out. But I've already walked probably 2 or 3 miles on this. Another mile, then if I have to go a mile off a trail like something like this and then a mile back, and then continue going south again to get closer to camp. That's a lot on this road. It's a road not being used. And it's beautiful. I mean, beautiful on both sides, for sure. Still walking through the forest. It's not like I'm on an actual road. Just the trail is wide, but it just goes straight the whole time. So you see for miles down it. Those kind of trails almost feel like you never get to the end. But I'm on the right trail because there's an orange blaze on that tree. All right. Hopefully they'll be open to get some water. They have a water cache at the campsite I'm going to, but I haven't seen any updates for a month, so it might not be there now. I don't want to rely on that, even though it might be there. So I'll stop at the visitor center if they're open to get water for the night. Woohoo! The visitor center was open, so I was able to get some cold water. Didn't even have to use the bathroom faucet. I was able to get it right out of a cooler, you know, one of those like water fountains, electronic ones, whatever those are called. Not the kind of water fountains we had when we were kids and just bent over to drink it. So heading back now to the trail, 0.9 miles back to the trail. And then I think I got like 4 or so to my campsite. Bummer though, this area I'm passing right now, I just seen from a little distance. Couldn't make out what it was, but it was either a fox or a bobcat. I couldn't quite tell, and it just stood there in the trail looking around, and then it ran off before I could get close enough to see what it was. I think it was more of a fox, to be honest, but I couldn't tell for sure. But it was a smaller, skinnier type of animal. It didn't have that thickness like a bobcat does a lot. So I think it was a fox, but I can't be 100% sure. The wildlife hasn't been quite as much as I thought it would be, but I'm getting ready to come over levees and such over here. So when I get around this water, there's probably going to be at least more gators there, if nothing else. But so far I've had 2 snakes, a deer, and whatever the hell that was, a fox or a bobcat. I don't know which one. Anyway, it's beautiful, but it was that time of day. The shirt had to come off. Especially since I'm walking into the sun right now, get a little tan on the front side. All right, let's continue on and get to these beautiful views. Right over there, a gator just jumped in, or dove down under, I should say. And at the same time, this guy decided to stop and look at me. Hello, Mr. Rocky Raccoon. He's just staring me down. Now he's continuing on. Nice swampy little section as I get into the more open area in the levee here. Gonna start having water on both sides and walking right in between it. I mean, I have water on both sides right now, to be honest, because over here's a swamp. Quite swampy over here as well. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. breeze feels great. As you can see, I got water here. I got water here. I got water there. This is all coast. All coast. Just all water with a bunch of like, oh man, what do you call those? Can't remember what those things are called, the light brown out there. But basically swamp weeds, whatever. This thing here that sticks out, that's my campsite. I could see the picnic table and the bench. And that is where I'm going to be setting up my tent and calling home tonight. Beautiful area in between all the water. Oh yeah. Ring Dyke campsite. Beautiful area here. Just surrounded by water on the coast. This is probably, I gotta check it out. My hands are full right now with the camera and everything, but that's probably water in there. A cache. I've seen that they have a cache there. Oh, there's fish jumping over there. But I got water here. I got water there. Oh yeah. This is beautiful. This is my home for the night. All right, I'm gonna start setting this tent up. Oh, what a beautiful day. About 25 miles. I had about 14 yesterday, about 25 today. A couple of miles I didn't need because they were side trails, but what the hey. It's about 6 o'clock. Gonna start setting up and getting dinner ready. Wow, this is gorgeous. Wow. My food. My tent. Water on the backside. The pond.